So this video isn't about yoga, and it isn't about nutrition either, but it is about something that is integral to both of these things. And the topic I want to talk to you about today is self-love. And this is something obviously we all struggle with from time to time. I have personally found that when I'm going through an especially difficult time, it actually becomes harder to love myself and to accept myself than easier. And that's quite ironic, right? When we're going through challenges, we need to give ourselves the room and the permission to, sit back a little bit and maybe not be so on top of everything and allow those emotions to be worked through, etc. But instead, I think we do the opposite as people, and we start being harder on ourselves and we expect more, and we can also self-destruct and self-sabotage in certain ways. Anyway, I have an exercise that I want to share with you guys today that I've found to be very helpful in terms of, even at the hardest times, remembering that I need to love myself first, above and beyond everything, and then everything else always seems to flow. So what I've done here is I have put a picture of myself in a frame from when I was a little tiny girl, and I'm really quite adorable, and I keep this beside my bed, and I look at it every single day. And what it does for me is it reminds me that I would never, ever treat this little person, for example, the way I might be at that time treating myself. And I would never necessarily expect from this person the crazy things that I expect from myself. So another thing is, think of this little person who's still part of you, of course. Think of that little person as being inside of you all the time, perhaps in the form of your emotional self. And what you can do is, when you feel your adult temper tantrum coming out in some form or another, if you feel yourself being reactive or really emotional or angry or whatever, ask yourself, what aren't you paying attention to? What do you need to do for yourself? Ask that little person, what do you need? Maybe you need a day off. Maybe you need a nourishing meal. Maybe you need to, get a few extra hours of sleep. So start getting in touch with what your emotional self or what your inner child needs, as opposed to neglecting that side of you. And practice every day loving yourself and accepting yourself and telling yourself that you're okay. When I look at this little face, gosh, I think, wow, you're so lovely. And then what you need to remember is that that is you. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you something that might be as helpful for you as it is for me.